All right. Well, there she is, even though she didn't want to be in the camera. I got her anyways. So we cut all up through here. You saw what that looked like to begin with. We got this all cut. So take you down through here. So we had to do some work here. I know it's not the prettiest. Forgive me. It's not my best work because I don't have cutters to cut those with right now. So we have to put another post in over here so that we can zigzag here and pull this up, because this is what's happening. It was dragging on the ground. Now that one is up so high it just swings open on its own now, which is a good thing. So, and we got another one, another post out here. We just sank that one with concrete, and this one's here with concrete, some of that fast setting concrete, as you can see the bag there. So we came down through here and we cut all this down. So I'll take y'all for a little walk here real quick. So all this, as you'll remember, was overgrown. It was oh good, it was probably about as tall as all this stuff right here. You know, the grass was, as you can see right here. I'll take you down here and show you a little closer. I know it's kind of hard to see in the sun, and of course, you know, in the morning the sun's behind us, and in the afternoon it's out in front of us. So turn this around here so I can see. So you see this grass right here, and I don't know what that is. I want to say it's ryegrass, but I don't know what that is. But every year I have it, so it comes back. And I mean, I'm 6'2", and it's up to here on me. So, you know, it's a little over 3 foot tall. So every year this field just gets overgrown with it. And as you can see here, I've got wild blackberry bushes all over my property. And I mean all over the property. I got some trees mixed in there, but majority of that is wild blackberries. And we came down here last year, my son and I, and of course we found that yes, they are blackberry bushes and they are producing. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them out through there. Goes all around the property, up around the edge there. That's the Winnebago that came with the property. We've got a little riding lawnmower we brought with us. So we came down and we decided to put these stumps out here, the tree bottoms, and we put down a tarp. So where we stack these, it should kill the ground underneath it, or at least kill the seeds, so there shouldn't be any weeds under it when we come back. So there's one place it won't grow. This area here, because there's no tarp or anything underneath it, I'll be willing to bet you that's going to be overgrown next year, or next time we get down here, and we're going to have to clear it out again. Now, we were going to mow all this down, and we were going to mow all the spots up there down, but unbeknownst to me, I'm riding around on the tractor. The wife who had done most of the mowing around here earlier today while we were dropping trees, she said she had had enough of the tractor. It's okay, fair enough. I'll take care of it. Hopped on the tractor, I'm mowing, everything's going good. So where the camper used to sit was over there. Okay, just on the other side of that fire ring there. So it was just on the other side of it. And for whatever reason, there was a piece of carpet laying there. And of course it was covered up by grass and leaves and everything else. Well, when the wife went over it, no problem. When I went over it, with my big old fat butt, it sucked it up into the propellers. It, blades. It sucked it up in there, got locked up in one of them, and broke all three bases off the propeller motor, or the bleed motor. So I got to buy a new pulley to put on that. I got to buy a new spindle to put on it. So it's out of commission until we can get that fixed. We had to put a new belt on it, like you heard. So it's been like little minor stuff since we've been down here, but we ain't been down here in 2 years. So, you know, stuff's gonna happen. Now, I want to show you this. So this area here was all overgrown like this. And just like this. And I said, you know what? We need a path. We need a path to be able to get from back there to out here so that we can put our logs out here and our treetops out here. So I went through, took the chainsaw, and I took a weed eater with a brush guard, or with a brush cutter, I'm sorry, and went through and started cutting everything down. I mean, you can see I cut them down to the ground as close as I could. There were some vines in here. There's some poison ivy in here. There's some poison oak in here. There's some holly trees in here. We've got some more wild blackberries in here. There's a couple cedar trees in here somewhere. Like I think that's one right there. We've had quite a few trees that we cut down. Now, as you saw earlier this morning, I took my first picture from over here by this tree. Okay, so I've been leaving this tree, so this can be a marker for where I take my videos from. Now you can see how much we cleared off today. Just with a chainsaw and the three of us, my wife and my 13-year-old son. We cut down every tree that we possibly could. We cleared out some of the path going back there to the bottom. We've got 10 acres here. And I know this kind of stuff is really dangerous, and yes, I've tripped over it. I don't know how many times. That's why I've been trying to cut them low, so they're as low as possible. But you can only do so much without being able to get loaders and excavators back here right now. So we're not money wise in that kind of a position. But we've got all kinds of birds back here. We've got all kinds of deer poop everywhere throughout here. So we know the deer have been back in here. That's some of Junior's handiwork right there. And believe it or not, I know it's not going to come in clear. There we go. Believe it or not, he did that with a hatchet. He dropped that whole tree by himself. He did a couple other trees that were back here by himself. I cut the stumps down. I think it was these two right here. So he's been working. He's been, doing what he needed to do. And he said he wanted crabs for his birthday. So that's where we're getting ready to go. We're getting ready to go get some crabs for his birthday. But, I mean, you can see just how much we cleared off in a day. I mean, this is just with the three of us doing this by hand. So we've done all this work. We cleared out this path. We cut all these trees up here. We dropped way more and put on this pile. And you saw the pile out front that we made. So we've done quite a bit. And then tomorrow we're going to come back. We got a few things we're going to do tomorrow before we head home. And we're going to finish them up. And we're going to boogie on home and then take it easy for the next couple of days. Well, at least we're going to take it easy for probably the next little while till we come back down again. And then hopefully by then I'll have the spindle for the lawn tractor. I'll have the tools and stuff with me. We'll finish fixing up the camper. Looks like it might have got some water in it. I don't know. So that's something else we're going to have to look into. I mean, if it is, we'll have to figure out what else we're going to do with it. Switch you over to this side. Not because it's my pretty side, but just because you're in the sun. So, other than that, we got some painting to do tomorrow. Because, of course, in the state of North Carolina, you paint purple on your fences and your trees and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be big. I think it's like a foot, one little swatch of a foot. It's just as good as saying no trespassing, keep off. So that's what we're working on next. Not that people are trespassing on the property, which is a good thing. We're out here in the country. So we've got a neighbor to our right Neighbor to our left, they're not super close. Like I said, we got 10 acres. It's 2 acres wide, it's 5 acres long. So tomorrow, little cleanup, little painting, little wire bracing over here. And that'll be about it. And then we're going to boogie ourselves on home. And it'll be, I think it's about a 7-hour ride altogether. Maybe 6.5, something like that. So, and so yeah, so we're getting there. We got to be able to get back to working on it, and now we're really needing to get to work on it because it's only going to be a year from now, and we're going to be on it full time. So, all right, see you later.